Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 XBL review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at MicroBot, which if you've never played it before, it's a shooter done in similar style to Pixel Junk shooter. It's like an arena shooter, only it's not an arena. It's just done in that style of Geometry Wars and stuff like that with how you move and fire, but it's got big, huge levels that you have to explore. I'm actually, must admit, I'm quite happy with this game, as I am with the entirety of the Xbox Live Arcade this week. That's 3 excellent games. Sony's currently sitting on their arse doing nothing, releasing nothing on the PSN, doing their usual, yearly, weekly break between Christmas and New Year, whereas you've got Microsoft here releasing 3 absolutely stellar titles. So, let's get on with the vid. As you might have noticed, you can mess around on the menu if you want to and shoot each other, but mainly you've got play game, leaderboards, achievements, which are the usual, help and options, which you can change the screen size, check your controls, but you can't customize them, but you don't actually need to because there's only 3 different buttons. From there you can either go into a new game, continue game, or go into the challenge mode. So I'll start early on because I know it's not hectic in this sort of game. It's hard enough playing whilst talking and reading and looking through the camera, let alone when it's being absolutely hectic. So, as you might have noticed by the art style and everything, the game is basically like Fantastic Voyage or Inner Space. The movies where the whole point is you're shot into a human to destroy viruses and things like that. And it's done really well, it looks fantastic for one, and the whole gameplay is just a case of learning which are the good guys, which are the bad guys, shooting the right ones, and collecting tokens to upgrade your ship. Because as you might have noticed, my ship is much bigger than the blue guy's ship, and well, that's because I've spent more time upgrading, which these are the upgrade stations here, so let's go into them. As you also might notice, to be fair, one ship's blue, one ship's green. There's no way to really change that as far as I'm aware. I haven't found a way, but I'm quite happy with it because it means that you can actually see yourself on the background properly. And while you could shoot each other in the main menu, as you've just seen us doing there, you can't kill each other there. So, the upgrade systems, you can upgrade your left arm, your right arm, your rudder, and, well, you've got a special, which got things like Harpoon or Co-op Link, which I'm just going to activate now so I can actually show off the Co-op move, because, well, as you might expect, it is basically a move unique to Co-op. So, you can put yourself a gun on your rear if you want to, however, you're very hard to control without the rudder, so I'm going to keep that for now, but I'll choose a couple of different weapons here. So I've got, for example, Micro Seeker, I'll put that on, and I'll put the Lancet on, whereas on the other ship I'll stick with a regular weapon, and that's pretty much all I can do with the other ship, to be fair, because as you might have noticed, you have to upgrade both ships at the same time and gain powers and that, so I'll just have to, well, redo this ship as well at some part. So, now that we're out of the menu, you might notice some differences. For one thing, we've got this Co-op Link thing on. I've also got a Lancet on, which basically is almost like a hypodermic needle, I suppose. It's something that I can stab my enemies with, so I can crash Hell Belt into them to hurt them. I've also got the Seeker on, and, well, that's the regular laser weapon that the green one's firing. So, let's just quickly swap from the Lance to the other weapon I've got available here, which is the plasma gun type thing. It's big, heavy, powerful, but it's very, very slow. So, as I say, it's done in the style of an arena shooter. It's a case of finding out which of the bad guy viruses and just shooting the crap out of them, collecting the things that come out of them to spend to upgrade your ship, and as I say, you have to upgrade the co-op, well, the other ship separately. So, there's all sorts of different viruses on the game. There's some that will fire at you, some that won't, some that are attached to walls and will home. There's special drop-off points for them, which some of them can be destroyed, some of them can't be destroyed, and it's just a really fun, really good shooter. It's the type of thing that, if I'm honest, I enjoy it more in single player, purely because I think it's the type of game that requires a lot of exploration and can get hectic in places, and having another ship can just be awkward at times, but especially when obviously you're trying to go one way and the other way, and one of you might go through a checkpoint, and then next thing you know, it's just like, basically, while it's got the co-op there, it's the type of thing that you really are going to have to either work together or, well, just play it on your own, really. Not really much I can actually say about the game, other than it's got 5 different worlds, chapters, sectors, whatever you want to call them, and each level on the game has a little collectible thing, of which there's 20 of those. So again with the exploration, because as I say, you have to find these little collectible balls on each level, and well, other than that, it's just your standard shooter really, I suppose. If you, as I say, like games like Geometry Wars but would rather try it in a full level based thing, or if you have played Pixel Junk Shooter on the PlayStation, then it's a definite purchase. Otherwise, try the trial out really. Musically the game sounds pretty good. It fits with the theme of the game, I suppose, so I'll shut up for a bit and let you have a listen. So that was a little bit of the music, and to be fair, I have kind of thought of a couple of things that I can actually see here. One, as you might have saw there, the bloodstream does actually affect how your ship moves, and sometimes you can be caught in a strong current, which can again make the co-op even harder, because I was getting pushed in one direction, my brother was getting pushed in another, and it led to us both dying, because you do have an energy limit. It's get hit 3 times and you die. You can get more energy by collecting the tokens and that, and the upgrades, as well as having to buy them and upgrading certain weapons, there are blue things which hopefully you'll have saw one of, because there's none on the screen at the moment, and collecting them will actually give you different parts. It's a case of you have to collect 6 to get the homing missile attachment that I've got, or 15 to get some sort of nuke type thing. So you just have to be on the lookout all the time. If one of you dies on the co-op, as well as you might notice, the counter appears in the top left, which I've then basically, well, the other person's got to wait that counter out until he reappears. However, if he dies as well, then you both go back to the same checkpoint. So co-op does make it easier in big firefights, but in places like this with the bloodstream and that, as I say, it can make it harder. So that really is everything I can think of to say about the game. So I suppose I'll shut up then. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.